Welcome! This is the first in a series of videos on how to use flags, how to use quills, how to use swing flags. First and foremost, we're going to be starting off with wings. This right here is a pair of wings. A wing is, on one end, it has a wooden dowel running down the length, followed by what I have classified as the tail. Altogether, it looks like it would be part of a wing sticking out of someone's back. That's the name wing. They can be used singly, they can be used together. There are two ways mainly to use a wing flag. One of them is where you have the tail that extends down past your arm. The second way is to turn it around where the tail portion extends past your hand. When using the wing this way, where the tail is on this end, out in front of you, be mindful that there is a different pull. There's more resistance to the wing. You have more weight on this end, so it takes a lot more strength and endurance to continue using, versus using it this way, where you can use it a lot longer. Still, again, you're going to need some endurance to use for a long amount of time. When using a wing, just one, some basic moves, some basic ways to use it. The primary way when it comes to using flags, swing flags, quills, and other implements of flag worship, it's the figure eight is the easiest, the most basic, the simplest thing to do when using any style of flag. Basic figure eight. And if you look in front of you, that's exactly what you're doing. You're using the dowel, you're using the quill, you're using the chain from the swing, all as the implement to draw with in the air, so to speak. But really, it's what we're doing in the spirit that matters most. So it's the figure eight. You can do circles. You can go in front of you, up high. You can go down below. You can go behind you and in front of you, like this motion. You can go over your head and down in front. A lot of times when I'm using a wing, I will flip it around in my fingers. That comes about after practicing with a variety of items. Start off with a pencil, start off with a pen, start off with a straw, work your way up until you get to the place where you feel comfortable using a wooden dowel. With two, be mindful now, again, that with two of them, you now have double the length on both arms, so you're going to have to pay more attention to the room about you, to the people that are around you, to make sure that you're not whacking them in the head, the face, the foot, anywhere. The wooden dowel is a lot more painful compared to the metal and the swing, and the least painful, the quill rod. So when using two, again, the same figure eight pattern. You can use them both together in simple motion. That brings me to a really good point. Height, ceilings, level. In our church, we have higher ceilings. In our church offices, we have barely 8-foot ceilings. So wherever you are using them, be aware of what's around you, the things around you, your ceiling height. You may have to adjust where your hand placement is on the worship tool. You will have to be aware of those that are around you so you're not hitting them. The biggest thing is not to get lost in the spirit when you are in a room full of people, when you have low ceilings, when you're in closed quarters. The best place to get lost in the spirit is when you're by yourself, when you're in a room that's got high ceilings, not a lot of things to trip over or hit or knock around. Say like your backyard or an open field or a park where you know there's not going to be people around. Perfect place to get lost in the spirit. Perfect place to worship with complete abandon, with no worries of people around you. Because a lot of times during service, people don't pay attention to you and what you're doing. So my recommendation is to, when you are worshiping, kind of keep an eye out as you're moving around to make sure. So if someone's crossing in front of you, change the direction of the flag. Don't continue to go like this when someone's walking in front of you. especially if someone's walking behind you. Kind of try to keep the flag close to your body. When it comes to dancing, just let yourself go. Don't try to be so worried about what others are looking at, thinking about oh, what's that person doing, or why are they moving like that. You know what? Because it's not about that. What we do with the flags, it's about the Father. It's about Jesus. It's about worshiping Him. Of course, when using flags and banners, we do have to be careful that we aren't upsetting people because they may not understand. But in a congregation where you are free to use flags, those that do not understand or may find it new to them, they're more than welcome to come up and ask you. They're more than welcome to ask members of the leadership team, or direct them to Died for You's website, or Prophetic Worship Banners, or to my website, to HallalWarriors website, where they can read the information on what it means to use flags and banners and quills and wings and all sorts of stuff, and do prophetic demonstration, so they have a better understanding, so the next time they come to your church or a church that does move with flags and banners, they'll understand, and they may feel more welcome to step up and ask if they can grab one or ask if they can use one. So if you have any questions, leave a message, find us on Facebook, drop me an email, or send me a tweet. I'll be more than happy to post another videos on movements, on if there's certain moves that you've seen in videos of other worshipers or my own. Let me know, and I'll be happy to create a video showing you how to do those. And thanks, guys.